welcome to Curry TV. On this episode, we're going to be learning something from my friend Ajomy.
Hi,
Ajomy is going to show us how to make a special rib. That's Asian? Is it Asian?
It's kind of Asian, American, and like little bit of Indian touch as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a mix of everything.
We're combining the flavors, right?
Right.
Okay. So to help us, we have our kids helping us with this recipe.
Yes.
So this is Ryan and Nimita, and they used to do dances together, so they were really friendly with each other, right? Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So do you know what you're gonna make, Ryan? Ribs. How do you like it?
Yes.
Is it spicy?
No.
Not really.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not
okay,
at all?
so he's already trained in that. Are you whining, baby? Is it gonna be too spicy? No. Oh, come on. Okay, so Ajomy, where did you learn this from?
So my mom, so the place that I used to live, like there is a Vietnamese auntie, and like she became like a family,
Okay.
and like she's my mom's best friend. So she taught us how to make this dish, and Ryan was saying that like the name of that person is like Dip, and he calls us Dip grandma. So Dip is now a part of our family. So
Okay.
my mom teaches Indian dishes to her, and like she teaches us the Vietnamese dishes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are the spices that you guys are going to be using in this one?
So, I mean, because it's a fusion of like Indo-American and Asian, so it's a little bit of our spices plus a Vietnamese spice, which I learned from Dip,
Okay.
and couple of other ingredients which are common to all of the countries. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So let's take a look at all the ingredients that we'll be using for this recipe. Okay. So what are we going to be marinating with, and what kind of ribs are we going to be using?
So we are using the pork ribs. So you can also use like the spare ribs or like the baby ribs or any ribs that you like. So depending upon like the time that you call the people, maybe like if it's like a short snack, maybe like smaller ribs, or like if it's like one of the main thing for the dinner, you can go with the bigger ribs. I generally buy the bigger one so that like when I'm serving, it just acts as like one item.
Okay.
And the advantage is that like I can marinate it earlier, and you just need to bake. So while you prepare the other things
Oh, it's
for
all
the
done in baking.
yes.
Oh,
So we won't-
the initial stages.
Yes, so we won't, I mean, we will do the marination, then we will put in the refrigerator, and all that we need is the oven.
Oh.
That's it. So
So
no
it's
cooking.
easy. Okay, so you can do serve this as a holiday party
Exactly.
thing or anything like that. Okay, very
Yeah.
good. So what are the special spices that we're going to be using?
So first, do you know what is this?
Chili.
Chili.
Red chili powder. How
Red
much
chili
do we-
powder.
do we
So
wanna use?
So say that like we are taking about like 6 big ribs. So chili has to be like little more than the other spices because it has to give that flavor.
Enhance the flavors.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So here I have took like 4, I think like it is 2 teaspoons.
Okay.
2 teaspoons of the chili. So I'll put the
Okay.
chili powder. Next we have the coriander powder.
Coriander.
So this is like
The smokiness flavor.
exactly.
Okay.
So this is like 1
1 teaspoon.
teaspoon of coriander.
Okay.
Then we have turmeric.
Turmeric. How is that also 1 teaspoon or half a teaspoon?
Half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon. Okay.
Yeah.
How much?
Full.
All of it. Dump it all in. Good job. Very good. We can
Exactly. Yes.
What is
We
that?
have pepper.
Pepper.
Black pepper.
Yes.
Okay. And how much of that are you using?
So 1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon. So this is going to be a nice spicy.
Yes.
Pudding.
Okay.
So the whole of the flavor has to kind of like go into the meat.
Okay.
So,
So does this require marinating and keep it aside for several hours? How many hours?
so
would you do?
generally I do it overnight. Or
Overnight.
like if I buy it in bulk, I marinate them and put it in the freezer, and like whenever it is time, I just put it in the refrigerator and then kind of like thaw it.
Okay.
So
So
this is homemade garam masala.
homemade garam masala. So what is your homemade garam masala?
So I still have to learn the recipe from my mom. It's still a family secret.
Okay.
So she grinds everything and like make a paste. I mean make the powder, and she sends it whenever
You're
she's come.
visiting.
Yes.
Okay. Or when they come to
When they
visit
come
you.
to visit me, this is my mom's special secret masala. So I have to learn it.
Okay, maybe next recipe will be that she was showing us how her mom makes her garam masala. Okay, how much of that do we need?
So I have took like half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon.
I mean 1.5 teaspoon. Sorry.
1.5 teaspoon of garam masala.
Exactly.
That is cloves,
Cloves, cinnamon, then
black pepper,
black pepper, anise, then the mace,
nutmeg.
I think all of those goes in.
Yeah, the whole garam
how
masala list
much?
goes in. Okay.
You can dump the whole.
Very nice.
Now, because this is a fusion dish and like there is a Vietnamese part as well. So we use a 5 powder spice that we got from her from Deb.
This one, 5 spice powder. You want to hold it? So you can buy this in any Asian stores?
Exactly.
Okay, so it looks like this. Don't ask us to read that. That's going to be a little bit hard for us to do because we might be pronouncing it, but the in 5 spice powder is what we're going to be using for this. And I can read the back. It says there's star anise 48%, ginger 23%, cloves 12%, cinnamon 8%, fennel, Szechuan pepper, and nutmeg. They didn't provide the percentage of that, but that's the 5 spices we're going to be using, and that's into a fine grind.
So I think that's the difference between. Yes, you can put the whole thing. So this is like 1.5 teaspoon of the 5 spice powder.
Okay, will this be overpowering with our garam masala?
It wouldn't be. It kind of like evens it out.
Oh, okay.
And one difference that I notice is that like we don't generally put the anise too much unless it's like a biryani.
Right.
So I think that's where like that tinge and that Szechuan pepper which is there, I think that gives like its own unique flavor. So
Right. Okay.
then the main ingredient which is salt.
Salt to taste. So how
taste.
much are we using here?
I have kind of like a rough measurement, so it should be like maybe 1.5 spoon, and like you can adjust it depending
so you're
upon.
using the regular spoon size.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mix it all up.
Can you add? Can you add, Ryan, first?
Thank you. Very good.
Wait, just
So should we mix the powder?
Sure.
Okay.
Or maybe we can add the juices so that like it's easy to
Okay,
blend.
so are we going to combine the liquid and then pour it into this so that it's all incorporated? Okay.
So we can give this part to Nimi.
So you going to do it? Okay.
So what we have here is lemon juice. So
I
this
want to
should
do
be
that.
like 1 teaspoon of lemon juice.
I like lemon juice.
Okay, so into this, I think she's going to tell you, she's going to mix all this and then pour it. Okay.
Then we have white vinegar.
White vinegar, how much of that?
It should be like 1.5 spoons.
1.5 spoons. So pour this into this. Good job.
Then we have soy sauce.
Soy sauce. So you should adjust the salt level according to...
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. Into that.
How much?
You can have all of it.
Mama already measured everything for us. So it's easy for us to do. And
Then-
what is that?
Then we have this ginger garlic paste.
Okay.
So-
should we give this a mix or is this well enough?
We can mix everything together so that like kids can handle it together.
Okay. Add it into this. That's
Ryan, can
ginger
you-
and garlic.
Garlic.
Okay.
So
What
I
do
use
I
the
do
mortar
now?
and pestle and I make a fine paste of that. So it should be like roughly 1 spoon of ginger garlic paste.
Okay. All right. So let's give it a mix. Good job.
Now, if you want like the authentic Vietnamese taste, so the main ingredient that they use is a fish sauce. So you can add like little bit of like, or maybe like half a spoon or 1 spoon of fish sauce. And if you don't want it like too spicy, then you can add little bit of brown sugar to even it out.
To caramelize it.
Caramelize it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. So pour it into that. Good job. Okay. Ryan, can you help with that? Good job. Very good. So let's give it a mix. Good job. Do you usually help out your mom cook?
No.
Really? Why not?
I just get the things.
Oh, you just get all the things ready for her? What is your favorite thing to have that your mom makes?
Get the things.
No, what is your favorite thing that mama makes for you?
Everything?
No. The burger you made me.
The
Your burger.
Oh.
I think I followed the same recipe that you had put on Curry TV and I made a burger. I was watching that and like Ryan told Mama, I don't want rice or chapati for dinner. So I happened to see your video and immediately I made a burger for him. And like he was so happy.
Thank you. That's so sweet. And was that good for you?
Yes.
Yeah, you like it? What do you usually take it to school?
No.
What do you have for lunch? Do you eat from your school cafeteria?
No.
Or do you take stuff from home?
Take stuff from home, but
What-
usually
Uh-huh. What does your mama pack you for lunch?
I can guess it.
You can guess it.
He likes sandwiches.
Sandwiches?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you make variety of sandwiches or?
I don't have like a stock of like a ton of varieties, so I just go with like depending upon time,
Right.
whatever is available. I just make a
Sometimes
quick
you
mix.
make
Uh-huh.
garlic bread with sausage.
Oh, he loves garlic bread. He loves
Okay.
garlic bread. So like anything with garlic bread, he loves it. So
Okay.
that's an easy option for me.
You made it easy. Okay. Very good. Good job. So next we're going to marinate all this into the meat.
Yes.
Okay.
So we will cover the meat with this marinade, and then yeah.
Okay.
So that's
So do you usually? It's just for you guys. She's showing adding all the spices. What you usually do is what you were explaining earlier is dump everything into a Ziploc bag
exactly.
and marinate it, massage the meat so that it absorbs all that flavor, and throw it in the freezer. And or if you're gonna cook it, keep it in the fridge for
like overnight.
Okay.
So that all of that meat absorbs all those masalas and like it's even.
Spices.
Yes.
Okay.
So you could just get everything. Yeah. Easy. I'm gonna mix it.
Okay. So what are we gonna do next?
So one thing to remember cooking with the ribs is that like it has got a tissue underneath the ribs, which is like a white layer
Of fat.
So of fat.
Okay.
So what you have to do is that like you just have to tear it off.
Okay.
So you can just peel it off like any wax paper kind of thing.
Are you talking about that clear?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
So
I see what you.
yeah. If that is not removed, the masalas on the underneath side that would not go into the or penetrate into the meat,
Okay.
and that would not give like a good taste.
Okay.
So you have to remove that
Okay.
and then apply or give the meat a good rub on
Massage.
both sides,
Uh-huh.
so that like everything incorporates well.
Okay. All right. So that's what you have done here.
Exactly.
Now what are we gonna do?
So now we did talk about like the American and the Vietnamese part. Now the twist that we are doing this time is that like we are going to prepare this in the banana leaf.
Banana leaf.
Now the idea came in wherein like I got a bunch of bananas, banana leaves, and like I had no idea like what to make. So I started researching. So I saved some in my refrigerator so that like I can use it later.
Right.
But then I thought like, or the uncle who gave me this one, he told me that like, he's an American uncle, but he told that like, you can cook meat in that. We always hear about like making ada or like fish in the leaf, but I have never had like a meat in the
there.
banana leaf. So I thought like, let's see what happens if we do like
So
that.
this is your experiment.
Yes.
Your own recipe.
Exactly. So for that we have a good banana leaf,
Right.
and thanks to me for
No
getting me the
problem.
banana leaf.
No problem.
And yeah, it's very fresh banana leaf.
So
So,
what do we need to just shallow fry the banana
Yeah,
leaf
we
so
would
that
just-
it will be ready and
yes.
easier? Okay.
Yes.
So let's keep the meat to the side. And do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
can you help me?
I can, definitely. Hold on. Okay, let's shallow fry. It's so fresh.
right from the tree.
Yes. Can't get better than that.
Yeah, most of the times it's like the frozen one that comes here, and that doesn't have a good taste. I stopped using banana leaves.
Yeah, I also had a similar incident where it's frozen and so it's already soft in that area. So it was hard for us to do it like this.
Good that you have banana leaves in your garden.
Thank you. We have given so many away.
I know.
So many. And now it's growing to the next stage, so I have to do it more.
Oh.
What are we going to do next?
So because it's banana and it's also having that Indian version, so it obviously comes with a coconut oil. So
Okay.
yes, just a
Kids
little
are
bit.
eager to cook. Okay.
And that's what I
You want me
like.
to wipe it down? Is there a little bit more water or is just that? Okay, go for it.
Just a little.
Just a little. Yeah, that should be enough.
Wow.
Thank you. I'll
Becoming
use
a
the
chef
brush.
already.
Give me a second.
I'm ready.
Oh, you already won?
I did.
Can you spread it? Can you
Okay,
spread
look,
it?
Look. Wow. Good
Now,
job.
can you give Nimi a hand? Or can you share with Nimi?
Awesome.
How about you both hold this?
Oh.
Yes. Good
No,
job.
it's supposed to go up.
For last 2 years, they have been like dance partners, so it's like
They have their own give and take policy,
Yes.
so it's good.
yes.
Every
I
time-
eat.
Okay, good. So now what do we do? Well, I think we are well coated with the coconut oil. Can I keep it here?
Yes.
Okay, what do we do now?
Let's bring our marinated meat over to here.
Good job.
What we have to do is that like we have to cook it for 2 hours at 350 Fahrenheit.
Okay.
So I had my own trial and error method, and like I found it was like best when it was like 2 hours. So
2
you have to give that time
Okay.
for the meat to cook in the banana leaf, so that like everything gets absorbed and it tastes good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so since we marinated this for 12 hours or even overnight, do we need to let it sit at room temperature before we put it into the oven?
It should be okay.
It should be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the next thing? I mean, 350 degrees depending on your oven for 2 hours. So we're gonna wrap this or just
We would
go-
wrap it
Okay,
and
so can you show us
sure.
how it's done?
Can I help?
Can you? So we will bring these 2 ends in here, and then this all-
Careful, you gotta wash your hands if you touch the bad side.
Yes. Why do you want to? Why should you wash your hands? Because
it will stain your clothes.
yes,
That's right.
banana leaf has a stain, so you have to be a little careful with the.
So you have to clean.
So
So we have a baking tray with lined with foil. We're gonna put this in here.
Yes.
That's it.
yes,
Nothing else.
no. So that's what I said. Like it's so easy that.
And easy with cleanup too, because after you can throw this foil
Exactly.
away. Very good.
So the reason why we put the foil is that like a lot of, because we are doing like a 2 hours cooking, a lot of juices comes out of it.
Yes.
And like if you don't have a liner, it would be like clean up issue later. So I always try to kind of like put a liner.
Right.
And,
And
be
that's smart thinking too.
Yes.
Right. Easy cleanup is always
yeah.
good.
So what you could do is that like you could kind of like make the edges lift. I mean stand out upwards so
Okay.
that like the juices don't
It will
go.
hold in.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's put in our meat.
Okay.
And then let's go into the baking session.
Okay. So our oven is already preheated, ready to go for 350 degrees. So is it ready to pop it in?
Sure.
So popping it in. Okay. For a timer for 2 hours.
2 hours.
Okay. So that's rolling. Let's wait 2 hours.
It's a long wait.
It's a long wait, but,
But
I'm
it's-
sure it's gonna
it's
be
worth the
it. okay.
Take my horse to the old town road. Ride till I can no more. The horses in the back, horses in the track.
Time's up. Time's up. That was fast, right? Let's take a look.
by the time you finish the song, the food is ready. My goodness. So let's get this one out. Yes.
Wow. Nice. Right?
It's sticky also.
Okay.
Let's cut.
It's extra oily.
It's extra oily.
Can I do it?
It's hot, so you have to be careful.
Can I do it?
Maybe you guys can hold this. Let Andy do it. Ooh, wow.
It's so hot.
It is nice. Look at that perfection. You can do. Yeah? And thumbs up ഒരു കൊച്ചിന്റെ കിട്ടിട്ടാ. Double thumbs up. Wow, very nice. Ajomy, you outdid yourself this time too. Fourth.
Oh my goodness, that is too much.
It's good? Is it spicy? Well, thank you so much for tuning into Curry TV. I hope you had fun with these little munchkins. And Ajomy, thank you so much for
You're
sharing
welcome,
your
sir.
recipe with Curry TV.
Yes.
See you next time.
Definitely.
More recipes?
I guess so.
Please give like, thumbs up, and
Subscribe.
subscribe.
Thank you so much for tuning into Curry TV. We'll see you next time.
Bye.